So we know we need to eat more veggies, right? But if you've ever struggled with how do I fit them in my day, how do I make them taste good, they're not really my favorite thing and I can't really get my family to eat them too well, today's video is for you, my friend. I've got 5 tips for you about how you can get these in and some small adjustments that will make a big difference for you. Plus I want to show you how you can put some snack bags together to make getting your veggies in super easy, and I want to share some of my favorite seasonings with you that my family likes, that I hope yours likes as well, just to make it fun and simple. So hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Alicia Jones. I love the Lord. I love my family, and I love to help women grow in confidence through a healthy lifestyle. I do that through a super simple approach of balancing blood sugar with macronutrients that really is all about lowering inflammation, losing weight, keeping it off for life, okay, preventing that gradual weight gain that happens as we get older, and just continuing to grow in confidence so you can be your happiest, healthiest self. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody else. Make sure you hit that bell button so you see all the new content that comes out, and let's dive right in. These veggies, we know that we are supposed to be eating these, but if raw isn't your favorite, I got you covered. My first tip for you is change up the texture, okay? There's a couple ways you can change up texture of raw veggies. Of course, you can just eat them raw, absolutely. You can roast them. You can do hidden veggie, where you put them inside of baked goods or inside of savory dinner dishes so that there's just more veggie content in your food, okay? Hidden veggies, you can do steamed, hot, cold, plain, or you can add a dash of some seasonings, okay? So that is my first tip, is change the texture of your veggies however you like to do it, and probably experiment a little bit and see how it goes for you, okay? The second tip is change the taste, like the seasoning. So what I wanted to do is show you some of my favorite ones that I enjoy that my family does too. I hope you like them. One is something we found at Trader Joe's, actually, if you have that by you. This is called Everything Bagel Seasoning. It's a savory kind of sesame seed, sea salt, minced onion kind of a flavor. It's a really good, my 9-year-old loves this, Gabriel, if you don't already know him. So this is a great one. Something a little spicier is, actually I also found it at Trader Joe's, so you probably could find something like this wherever you like to shop. But this is called the 21 Seasoning Salute, okay? And this is a little bit spicier, so it's got more like onions, black pepper, cayenne pepper. When you start putting these, hey, I'm gonna cook my broccoli and make it a little bit spicier, a little bit more fun to eat, this is a great one to do. Another one you can do is to make either a dip, and I'll talk about dips in a minute, or you can just pour these on top of your veggies, but this is a really wonderful blend. I don't have it all blended up to show you, I just wanted to show you the individual ingredients. It's dill weed, garlic powder, and sea salt. If you like a little pepper, throw it in there too, but this just happens to be, I think my family likes it. It's just a really nice savory blend, and it's not too spicy. So if your kids or yourself don't like spice like I don't, this is a great blend that you might enjoy, okay? So those are a couple seasoning ideas. Of course, other than your typical salt and pepper, of course, you can always throw some olive oil on there and just have that as kind of a roast option as well. So that's my tip number 2 is some different seasoning options for you. My tip number 3 is to use dips. Dip, like a low calorie dip that you can dip, like if you've got I want to drop my broccoli there. If you've got like a bag of, and I'll talk about snack bags in a minute, but if you've got a bag of your favorite veggies and you think, I'd really love to dip this in something, here's some ideas for you. Number 1, hummus. They come in individual little, containers. You can also make your own and put it in little containers. Always watch your portion size. Make sure that it's a small container, like small size as in 1/4 of a cup. Okay, that counts as a small size of dip, especially for something like hummus. You can make homemade ranch dressing. Now this is a cool idea if you like ranch dressing and you're not crazy about a lot of the chemicals and the fillers out there. You can do it with something so simple as this blend. It tastes pretty ranch-like, if you ask me, when you mix it in with something like Greek yogurt, okay? And you mix this, you can use Greek yogurt, or you can even use plain pureed cottage cheese. And again, both of those options, Greek yogurt and plain pureed cottage cheese, if you can just imagine that, it's really smooth, and they actually have protein. So the protein is going to help build your muscle, while the vegetables are going to give you energy because they're carbohydrates, okay? So that's the second idea for the dips and dressings is a homemade ranch. There's such thing as lower sugar or lower calorie ketchup and barbecue sauce. Okay, so just watch the nutrition labels of what you buy. If you aren't already doing that, I'd highly recommend it. Check out the back, and a lot of times ketchup and barbecue sauce, even though they're very tasty, it's because they have a lot of sugar. So just watch that. There are brands, one of the brands I like to get at my local Sprouts, if you have that by you, is called Walden's brand, and I don't have any to show you right now, but it's a really great brand that has good tasting, low calorie or no calorie versions of ketchup and barbecue sauce and things like that. So just check it out, see if that works for you. It's a great option when you're trying to keep your weight down, keep weight off. Okay, that's part of my story. You know that I lost 60 pounds 6 years ago, and I've been keeping it off ever since. So I've been a size 8 for 6 years now, where that doesn't happen with a lot of people. If you've ever had that experience where you lose weight, gain it, same 20 pounds, comes on and off, same, 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds. Usually people do that. And I can very much appreciate that. Unfortunately, I've never experienced that. I've only ever experienced gradual weight gain over time, and that was no fun either. And then I experienced losing it and keeping it off. So all the things I can appreciate. Just want to share with you that's kind of how you can do it with some of these things. And also remember, last thing, I mentioned portion size. So if the hummus and all of these absolutely use like 1/4 cup or less, even 2 tablespoons if you can, okay? Or even smaller if you can, but the idea is trying to be reasonable about what you'd probably use. So that's a great idea. Those are options for you. That's tip number 3, is to use dressings or dips for you. Tip number 4 is actually just to be aware of the benefits of veggies. It's kind of more of a mindset thing. And that really means if you can just imagine, okay, a scrub brush. Oh wait, I want to show you. Here. If you can imagine a scrub brush, okay. Veggies, this almost looks like a scrub brush, doesn't it? Is like a scrub brush for your gut, okay? And that's not gross. It's actually kind of cool because if you think about it, it's gonna keep you clean down there, which is gonna help keep everything moving so you never feel bloated or stopped up or get headaches or get puffy. All that happens from the gut, believe it or not, if you didn't know that already. The other cool thing is that it helps keep weight down because things don't get stopped up, okay? And it helps keep you full. So it's gonna help keep your tummy full, it's gonna keep your gut clean, and essentially what that's gonna do is keep your weight down and really keep your energy up, right? Because you're putting beneficial nutrients in your body, not just filling it with like your crackers, for example, that, sure, they might fill you up for 5 minutes, but they have no nutrients really, usually, and you're gonna be hungry in 5 minutes. So this kind of stuff is much better. If you're just aware that that's actually super duper helpful for you and it's cleaning out your gut like a scrub brush, that could be cool, because sometimes it's just a mindset thing. Although sometimes it's the other tips like making it taste good and changing the texture and the seasoning, okay? So the last thing I wanna share with you, and I'm gonna show you how to prepare some vegetable bags for yourself. I just wanna give you one more quick tip, is that not all veggies do well for every body, okay? If you have a food allergy, if you have food sensitivity, if you are experiencing some kind of, you get tired every time you eat a certain thing, pay attention to that, my friend, because that's a real thing. I've actually experienced that personally. I don't know if you know this part of my story, but I actually was I sought out a Chinese acupuncture protocol for what they call constitutions, and think of it like blood types for your body, right? You've heard of that? It's like that for kind of your insides, your gut, all the things inside, okay? And essentially what you do is you find out which foods are strengthening and weakening for you, and I discovered some things are more strengthening for me, and that's how come I was getting tired when I ate the other stuff. So it's a real thing. You can ask me if you want some more questions or whatever about that. I just want to mention it to you. If you feel tired, for example, maybe you like peppers because they're easy to eat and they actually taste pretty good, but you get tired every time you eat them, maybe try something else like broccoli. So last thing I want to show you, so hopefully those 5 tips were helpful for you. Last thing I want to show you is when you're making snack bags, I recommend that you do about 1 cup in each bag. So you'll see here I've got some peppers already prepared. I'm putting a couple broccoli in each bag. And I'd also recommend that you do about 4 days worth of bags at a time, or you can consider it like 4 servings worth of vegetables at a time. And of course you can eat as many up to Women, well, men and women up to the age of 50 need 2.5 to 3 cups of veggies per day. If you're over the age of 50, you need less than that. Almost, you need like 2 to 2.5 cups. So when you're putting carrots and everything together, you start to see, oh, hey, you know what? This whole bag, look at that. It's like a whole cup of veggies right there, okay? And then what you do is when you have, like, I typically do 4 just because I find that I can eat them quick enough and then they don't go bad, right? Hope that makes sense. Okay, so you've got something like this, and what's cool is that it's colorful, it's fun. You put it with one of those dips, and you've got 4 bags worth of 1 cup serving size of veggies that you can eat. And this is a definitely much easier and much more fun way of getting in those veggies if you don't already have them going on in your daily nutrition plan. So I hope this is helpful for you. Please let me know down below this video what you got out of this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me. Bye.